clearly made no impact.
So I don't know.
Nowhere.
So I don't know why she joined. Why she wouldn't think I might mess her up. But she's such a good friend. She knew she needed to be a good friend and join our team. And then Shelly, gosh, God is so cool. Because it is only because of him that we met and fell in love as fast as we did. I was 8 months pregnant and went to this sex toy selling party girl's house for the night.
Yeah.
And I've been on the internet. Like, doesn't that sound like you shouldn't do that? And it was the best thing ever and wonderful. And you have been one of the biggest blessings in our lives, and you love our kids well too. All of you do. And Nolan and Tiffany, somebody gave each other our business cards.
Sex toys.
No, ours was not sex
wow.
toys. You were wishing it was, but it wasn't.
Different decade, Nolan.
Oh, love that.
Different decade.
And I just have to say, like, you never know what is going to lead. I sponsored a girl who I knew with everything in me was going to be awful. I knew. And I knew she was horrible.
Your wine buddy?
No. Jody Engel. Terrible. Terrible.
She's not here, right?
But I literally sponsored her. She gave me Tiffany's card, and she's been gone ever since. So, you just never know, and that was also
I know.
So, and obviously you guys know Nathan is the reason we're in this business, because he said, when are you going to start selling those fat patches?
Thank you, Nathan.
So he was one of those people that believed in me before I believed in myself, and I think we can all think of somebody like that did that for us, and hopefully we're doing that for you, because we need it every step of the way, all 365 days of the year, 9 years if it's been 9. But I just want to say thank you guys for changing our lives, and this is here because of you guys. You guys keep it here, but it's here because of this crew. And Paul, I forgot to have you guys talk, so I'm not going to forget that in a minute here. You're not getting away with it. But I just want to go down the line a minute, and I want you to encourage them. This is a gift that they're here, and while they've had fun tonight, and they're going to take the glass home with them, and you know, this is beautiful, but the best gift is going to be what comes out of you guys' mouth, because you've been in this journey for seasons of wrap shortages, new...
So don't blow it, Shelly. This is big.
Like I did the cones.
We've had 3 different softwares. We've had just...
We're going to start eating confianza.
Okay, sorry, we won't go into it. But if anybody can give you guys sound advice, I know it's going to be this group. So why don't you start, Shelly?
Okay, so Shelly Hyde from Shepherd, Michigan. Been in for almost 6 years. And my biggest advice to each of, because there's so many rubies here and new people, is that you have to stay balanced. And it's hard, like I see one day off, I get it, and that's okay. But as you grow, being balanced is so important for your life, for your family. And we all still struggle with that. It gets easier, you know, but, and the other thing is just pour into your team. The best blessing I think I have is Cammie stalking me, because I know for a fact that I would not be here today. I would have given up because I didn't really have this in my heart. It took me a long time to grow bleed green blood, and because I was so never going to leave my other business. I loved what I did. I was good at what I did, and I was comfortable. But you believed in me before I ever believed in myself of what I could do with this. And there was times I didn't answer your calls because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. That's why they don't answer my calls.
Yep.
And it's kind of crazy because I just did that to my trainer, and I was like, oh no. You know, like I wasn't answering because I wasn't doing it. So my biggest advice is for you to stay connected with your sponsor as much as possible. Like, you have to stay connected. So
Love it.
Awesome.
Very good. Hi, everybody. Dave Sasek from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Debbie and I have been into this wonderful business for, it's coming up on 9 years. 9 years next month, in fact. And
There goes the certificate. Take it. I really needed that folder.
some of those.
We'll get you a new one.
I'll dive in and get it after.
But what I was going to say is that, you know, it kind of comes back to when we first got into this business, it was all by chance. And I believe that there's a reason that every single one of you are here tonight. And I just absolutely love the stories that we hear at each of these events when all of you come up and you tell us a little bit about what you were doing before you found It Works and how It Works has changed your lives. And the thing is that it's not just a cliche. I mean, this really is about impacting people and making a difference in the world. And I think that we kind of get away from that and kind of take it for granted. And I would say that one of the things that you have to remember, I would just kind of encourage you to remember, is that, you know, your pain and fear kind of pushes you when you're in that situation where you don't know what to expect or what to do or how to do it. But the cool thing about it is that your vision will pull you to the person that you want to become. And that's why I think it's such a great idea that you revisit those vision boards, those dream boards, and really keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, because you can have whatever you want out of this business if you just keep at it and don't give up. So that would be my advice to you.
Let's see. First, I really want to thank Cammie and Nathan for opening up their gorgeous oasis for us. That's awesome. And, you know, with that, when I first met Cammie and Nathan, they were in a 1,400 square foot 2-bedroom farmhouse. And, you know, everybody up here, and I know you guys too, that Ruby resembles hard work. This girl resembles hard work. Yes. But this didn't happen overnight. So, you know, my tip really is just to believe in yourself. Be uncomfortable. The more you can be uncomfortable, the faster you're going to grow. I hated speaking in public, but I know now that being uncomfortable is going to make you grow more. And that Ruby bonus right now, they've never had anything like this before. You have the gas on the fire. You know, you have the sweet spot, something that we never had, that Ruby bonus. So it's just be bold, be uncomfortable, and don't take the foot off the gas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Denise Walsh, Caledonia, 8 years. My tip is just, we've all been there. We've driven hours to have one person show up or a party cancel. We have sponsored someone that was going to change our business that never called us back. I took time off of work to go fly to Texas to do an expo, and they quit the next month. Cammie and I drove a couple hours while I was on call. I had to pull on the side of the road to talk to this girl who was having a crisis while we were on the way to a party. We backed out of a driveway and ran into the ditch at 10 o'clock at night after a party and had to be towed out. In all of those, I drove every time after that.
I save a lot of gas money though.
And every single time you could look at that situation and be like, why am I doing this? Is it really worth it? And yes, it is. Every single time. Because it's not about that one moment. It's about the compound effects that happens when you keep getting the rap on people and you keep sponsoring people, because sometime you're going to find someone like Dorothy that goes, I get it, right? Like Carlos that says, I'm in it. Like Alicia that says, I'm doing it this time and I'm not giving up. And you just have to keep getting the rap on people to find them. So if you're ever at a party and you wonder, is this worth it? My answer to you is an absolute yes. So stay the course, see the vision, and you'll get there too.
Awesome.
I think I have 2 points to make. All right, let me try and get to both of them. First of all, like this event tonight, do you see how much value there is behind this? Mm-hmm. Do you hear the things that you're hearing?
Frogs.
More than the frogs. But how valuable is it to come to something like this? And I want you to communicate that to your team. I want you to remember that. I want you to understand that. Because what other industry do you have where you can come and enjoy yourself and meet new people and have fun, but not only that, to be introduced, you know, and to be told how wonderful you are, and to have your best attributes pointed out to you.
Yeah.
Is there value behind that?
A lot.
How much value is behind that? There's one reason why we are the number one team, and we have been, and I'm pointing at all of you, we have been the number one team for the last 5 years. And I think the number one reason that we're the number one team is because Cammie is able to do that. You know, I think Amber and Audrey are great examples. She's only known you guys for a month and a half, but yet she's able to get up here and say things about you that honestly your Heavenly Father is speaking through Cammie when she says these things. You're hearing them from God. Cammie has this amazing ability to let God speak through her. So I encourage you to do that for your team. You're in a position of leadership. If you're here, you're a Ruby. If you're a future Diamond. Get your people to these type of things. You know, Catherine is a great example of how you have to push people and show them and get them here so that they can experience this, so that they can hear the top income earner introduce them and say what they're desiring to hear. It's really not us talking about you. It's God speaking through us, and He's the one that wants to tell you these awesome things. So how about Cammie and her ability to do this?
Yeah.
Yay. His manliness was coming
Almost got out in liquid form there.
Did you guys hear that? I didn't hear that.
I heard the manly grunt.
Superman.
My second point, I want to talk about the money a little bit, okay? I'll talk about the money. I missed a lot of what was going on. Maybe we talked a little bit about the money, but raise your hand if you're at the Ruby Gala. Anybody at the Ruby Gala? Okay.
Well, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
A couple months ago. It was indoors. It was colder. Cammie made us all close our eyes and imagine things, okay? We encourage you to keep doing that. We encourage you to keep picturing things, keep projecting things on yourself, okay? And project money, okay? The reason that you're in this business is to bring financial freedom into your home. That's why we're in this, okay? All the awesome things that are talked about are going to happen because money will come into your home, okay? And maybe you don't know the money because you're Ruby. You've been doing this for a month, you've been doing this for 2 months, you've been doing this for X amount of months. You might not know the money, okay? But the way the money works is it can grow and double and gain exponentially, okay? As a Ruby, yeah, you can imagine, you can picture $500 showing up on the 15th of the month, okay? You keep promoting, you keep finding a couple runners, okay? You get the diamond. Can you imagine $2,000 showing up on the 15th? You're not doing anything different. You still have that JOB. That's $2,000 of additional income that will be there next month because new people are going to join your business, okay? It's residual. You promote to double diamond. Can you imagine $4,000 showing up on the 15th? $4,000 of additional income showing up on the 15th, okay? Keep doing this. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep doing what got you to Ruby. Keep doing what got you to Diamond. But can you imagine $30,000 showing up into a bank account on the 15th of the month? Can you imagine that?
Close your eyes and see it.
Can you imagine that? $15,000, $30,000 of additional income. What Cammie and I are trying to imagine is $500,000 of additional income showing up on the 15th of the month. That's what we're imagining. And there's absolutely nothing stopping any of you from generating $500,000 of additional income showing up on the 15th of the month. And knowing that it's going to be there the next 15th of the month. All we did is find 5, 6, 7 amazing people. That's all we did. And we ran with them for 90 days. We worked with them. We're still partying with them. That's all we did. We're not doing anything different than what we did with Rubies. The only thing different we're doing is we're letting God speak through us and tell people how amazing we are. And you guys are all amazing.
Awesome.
All right.
A little bit more of that manliness.
I relate to you, man.
Butt squats.
Yeah.
You go last next time.
Hey,
Why
you
how do
jumped
I
to my
follow
left.
that?
That's to my left. This is to my
Oh, I didn't
right.
mean we had to go in chronological order. I don't know how to follow that. But we're Nolan and Tiffany Passigan. We just had our 5-year anniversary, and we actually saw network marketing for the very first time on our honeymoon 22 years ago. I was 23 years old when I first saw this business, and Nolan was 27, and I felt kind of guilty at the thing we went to in Florida because your dad called us out and said, "Did you ever imagine making the kind of money you're making now?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I fell in love with the dream of networking because of meeting people and hearing stories, and I thought, they're no different. Like, they're just normal, awesome people, and if they could do it, why the heck couldn't we? And we knew we wanted to, and we knew we worked hard, and I think the only thing I would say is it's been a journey, just like marriage for us for 22 years. There's ups and downs and peaks and valleys and amazing days and days you just want to kick them in the throat, right? Not really.
I never feel that.
I know, right? But, there's days you're just like, is this where I'm supposed to be? And I think you just have to know with all your heart that you're meant to be here. I always felt like when I saw networking, it was just for me. It was just the perfect thing for my life and what I love to do. And of course the money and the freedom and the fun and everything we have. And I think you just have to keep persistent doing it, working on yourself, building your confidence in yourself. And I didn't have any confidence or self-esteem when I started in this business. You can ask him. I was very insecure. I don't love talking in front of people. So I think for us it was just making ourselves push more and hanging around people who believed in us before we believed in ourselves. And I didn't believe in myself in the beginning, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep going because it just seems so simple. And this really is simple. It isn't always easy, but along with what Denise said is what it really feels, you should just have to stay the course and have that faith. Because if we just started walking now, and we just kept heading south and we kept walking, you're eventually going to get to Florida somewhere in the south. You just have to stay the course. And that's all we've done for all the years we've been involved. And I just thank God that we found leaders like Nathan and Cammie, because in a lot of companies we've worked with different people, and I've never met anybody who works harder than Cammie Dempsey does. It's amazing. Like, I get tired just thinking of the things I know she's doing, but that's why they're where they're at. And it's so admirable, and just their hearts as leaders and people and how much they care about us. And then you meet Mark and Cindy and realize it's just there. And your future is completely solid here. This is not going anywhere but up and beyond a billion. So plant your feet and just go for it, and just don't wait. Do it quick. Do like the Walmers did. Just rock it out and get there, because it's all there for us. So thank you.
Yes.